everybody, hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for dropping by to watch another video. Today is going to be a good video. I really enjoy this part of teaching. This is going to be learning your scale and the C major scale and learning about chords. So there's going to be a lot of information here, although I don't want to keep it too long because it takes me forever to load everything up, upload it to YouTube. But anyways, first off, I want to start off by saying thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate your support, and thank you for giving me your time and attention. I promise that today's lesson is not going to be a waste of your time at all, because very important material here. And this I teach to all my guitar students as well, so this is kind of your introduction to theory, so to speak. So what we're going to do today, we're going to start off with the C major scale. So by now you've found middle C on your piano, okay? And so we're going to start here with C, and you're going to go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, those are the notes in your musical alphabet. And again, we can also start down here. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, okay? So think of the major scale as kind of like your calculator for figuring out chords, figuring out what key you're in. So very important to know your major scales. And how it also helps you to relate all the chords to whatever song you're playing. It's also known as the Nashville numbering system. For guitar players, that's what it's, they use that in Nashville for studio musicians. Almost every guitar player is going to learn the Nashville numbering system, and piano is no different. First off, though, is I would encourage you not to put letters on your keys like some beginners do. Don't even mess with that. You're going to need to know these notes eventually, and so don't mess with putting those little stickers on your keyboard. So let's do one thing. So the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now you want to get pretty good at going backwards. So now you have C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Now the trick to that, if you've tried doing that, you'll find that it's hard to go backwards. In fact, doing music for some reason can make people even forget their alphabet, mainly because you're starting with C instead of starting with A. So think of this: when you start with your C, you go C, and then it's going to spell the word bag, fed, C. So you got C, then the word bag, B-A-G, then the word fed, F-E-D, C, okay? C, B-A-G, bag, fed, F-E-D, C, okay? So that's how you can go backwards on your major scale. Okay, so what's more important, though, is if we give numbers to this scale. Okay, so now we're going to count up from C. C is going to be 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's where the doors start opening when you look at it this way. Okay, again, let's do this C down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So let's start off today by learning a chord. So you've been playing single notes in book 1, and we've done a couple diatonic chords just with 2 notes, I think. So a chord consists of three notes, and we're going to play it starting on C. Okay, and this could be hard for you at first. Some people don't have a problem with it, but sometimes it can be hard. So you're going to play a C, the E, and the G. Okay, I'll get my fingers out of the way here. You actually want to use these fingers that I'm using, if I can do this, okay? So you want to notice how this chord is constructed. It's constructed of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So a 1, 3, and 5 makes a C chord. You'll notice that this note is C, okay? So that would be a C chord. Now, when we did our C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, okay, those are all the notes that are in the key of C. If we take this shape, C, and we move it up one note. Now our note is D. This is a D minor. We move it up one more note. This is an E minor, okay? And we move it up one more note. This is F. One more note, G. One more note is A. One more note is B diminished. And then we're back to C. So let's do that again. Okay, so that's called harmonizing the major scale. And the cool thing about this is that in the key of C, and actually for any key that we're in, when you harmonize the major scale, that actually creates or shows you all the chords that are in the song, or could potentially be in the song. Okay, they might not all be in there, and sometimes you'll have some off chords or some chords that aren't in the key. Normally, when I played music, if you're playing a band, normally someone would say, okay, well, you're in the key of C, and then you might go, well, are there any off chords? Okay, so that might be something like maybe if they had they went to a B flat or something like that. Okay, here's the cool thing. When you get these chords down, and I'll give you a printout on this. So, C, I'm going to do this one more time. C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, C, okay? Now you may be wondering, what's up with this minor stuff? What does that mean? And what is a diminished? Okay, we'll go over that in a minute. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to approach this. So, okay, yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. This is going to require some memorization. So remember, when you play a C chord, that's a major chord, okay? This middle note, the third, if you flat this, we go down, okay? If you don't know the difference between a sharp and flat, think of like you walk into a room and you step on a tack and you jump up, you go, ow, that's sharp, okay? So sharp would be if this is C, okay, that's C sharp, okay? So then you come back, you put on some big old boots and you come back and you flatten it and that tack goes down, okay? So let's use the D note. So this would be D sharp, this would be D flat, okay? Remember we did our little doggy here, this were the ears? This is D sharp, D flat, okay? And also notes have a thing that's called enharmonic, which means that they can have two names. This C could either be C sharp, and you notice this was also D flat. So normally when you go up, you're going to call it sharp. If you go down, you're going to call it flat, okay? And don't worry about that. It's just a musical thing, because some songs can have like a double C sharp or something, or C flat, and it gets to be really confusing. But for our purposes, just remember that. So you're going to flat the third to make it a minor. And you can hear how the minor, the flatted third sounds dark. Okay. Okay, so that's how you make the minors. So when we went up the scale, when you went to the D minor, well, this third is already flatted, okay, the way it works out. That's what's so nice about the key of C, is there aren't any sharps and flats. Okay, and I'll go into more detail on these chords in another video. Today I just want to get you started. So there's a couple things that we need to discover, though, okay, from this numbering system. So the first one is the big picture. So when you're playing a song, the first most important piece of information you need to know is what key is the song, okay? And I do this in my guitar videos all the time. It's like, so you need to know what are the chords in the song. And every song has 3 main chords, okay? And you can learn those 3 main chords from going back to our scale here. If we go, now this isn't to be confused with the 1, the 3, and the 5 of constructing the C major chord, okay? That's where this can get confusing with people. So we're backing up, we're zooming way out, we're getting the big picture. Say I'm going to play a song in the key of C, and I'm going to ask, oh, what key are we in? So the three main chords are going to be the first, we're in the key of C, so obviously you're going to have a C chord. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, makes an F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is G. So the key of C has C, F, and G. Okay, and so you'll recognize that from, like, so many songs just have those basic chords, and every song is pretty much going to have that in there. So once you have that down, you'll be good to go as far as learning a song. And all these other chords that we did, you'll notice here's the C, D minor, E minor. Well, here's the F, which was the 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the F was always on the root. The G is 5, and we have a 6 minor, and we have the 7 diminished, and then back to C. Okay. And like I said, I'll give you a handout that's going to show you all these chords. But what's important about this is now if I'm playing a song in the key of C, see, there's the A minor, there's the F, 4 chord, and the G. See that? So that's key of C. We had a C, we had an A minor. I just played it down here. You can do it up here. See that? C, A minor, F, G. Okay. So this is the cool thing about learning how to harmonize the scale, because you can learn all the chords in here. Okay, so you want to practice that, and let's see, I'm thinking if I want to go farther with this video or break it into another one. Let's see, I'm at 11 minutes. Okay, let's do this. Let's go on and let's talk about these chords a little bit. You will notice on the C chord that you have 2 notes here, and then you have, or 3 notes, I'm sorry, you have 1, 2, 3 notes on the bottom, and you have 2 notes on the top, or between the 3rd and the 5th, okay? So you will kind of have that. Now look what happens when I make a minor chord. Now you have 2 notes here, and you have 3 notes between the minor 3rd and the 5th, okay? That's just an observance to make that comes in handy at times. It will come in handy later. Now look at this one here. This is already a D minor. You have 2 notes between the 1st and the flatted 3rd now, okay? And now you have 3 notes between the flatted 3rd and the 5th. So you can kind of look at that relationship. And again, when you go to the F, you can see now you have 1, 2, 3, because we're playing an F major, 1, 2, 3 notes, and then 1, 2 notes between the 3rd and the 5th. What if I wanted to make this an F minor? What would I do? I would flatten that 3rd, okay? So think of it this way. These major chords, the 1, the 4, and the 5, notice how they sound bright, happy, and sunny? So think of it, if you're on the C, you're going to go down, okay? Down deep into the minor, okay? You're going down. To make, if it's a minor, you want to go up into the sunshine, okay? So down into the darkness, deep down into the mind, back up into the sunshine, okay? Just do it on F. F major, go down, this middle note's going to go down. It's going to make you an F minor. Then you're back to the F. If you're on a G, there's a G minor. And you go down, come back into the light, come back up. So you can kind of see what's happening here is not only now do you have C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, C, you also have variations of each of these chords. You have a C, a D minor, here's a D minor. How will we make a D minor major? Okay, so remember, it's all about this third here. If we're already deep, dark down in the mine, we're already in a minor. We're already in a mine. Think of yourself as a coal miner. How do you go into the sunlight? You go up. Okay, so that D minor's going up, and there's a D major. There's the minor, major. Okay, so now we have E minor. How do we make that a major? Here's our minor third. We're already a minor. We're in the mine. We're going to go up. There's E major. Okay, here's F major. It's already major. You're going to go down to make it minor. Okay, here's G. You're going to go down to make it minor. This is already an A minor. You're going to go up to make it A major. And then B diminished, we're not going to mess with it right now. And then, okay, so one other thing to notice about this scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You will hear, if you've had piano lessons before, you will hear to construct a major scale, you're going to go whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. I never did like that, and we're going to close with this. I'm going to cut this video short here, then I'm going to come back on the next one and we're going to discuss the chords a little bit more, but I want to leave you with one cool little piece of information. Notice when you do this scale, C, D, E, F, notice that there's no black note right here, okay? So between E and F, there's no sharps or flats, okay? C, D, E, F, G, A, B and C, notice again, no black note. So you have to remember that the C major scale, there's no sharps between E and F and the B and the C, okay? And again, the way I like to remember it is E and F. Try saying the letter F without putting an E on front of it. So you end up with, okay, so that's a silly way to remember that E and F are connected, okay? B and C you can kind of think of, you know, the Bible or BC or whatever. However you can think of in your mind to connect those two notes that are related, BC. But instead of going whole step, half, see, this already confuses me. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Okay, do it this way. This is so much better. And this works for when we do a minor scale too. 1, 2, 3, half step to 4, 5, 6, 7, half step to 8. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, half step to 4, 5, 6, 7, half step to 8. Okay? That way you can construct any scale no matter what note you start on, going up and down the keyboard. Okay, folks, we're going to stop right there before this ends up being like a really long half-hour video. Just study this, practice those chords, get used to playing those shapes. In the next video, I'm going to come back and show you how to play some songs in the key of C, just real simple songs, memorizing those chords. And that's where this is fun because you know, you won't always be reading just sheet music. Sometimes you might have a friend or a neighbor, maybe they play guitar or they sing and they just want to sing and have you play the chords, okay? This opens up doors for you to play band style, to play just whatever you want to play and without the sheet music. So with piano, you get the best of both worlds. I like the note reading and I also like the band style too. So anyways, again, we'll stop right there. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you watching the videos, and I hope you have fun with this. This is exciting to learn all these chords, practice them, and get them all memorized. And I will have some cool diagrams to help you along with this too. Okay, well anyways, have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next video. Okay, bye-bye.